PogChamps 3 is brought to you by Gaia Key. As Gaia Key celebrates 25 years of regenerative yerba mate, they want to thank you for being a part of their mission achievement to steward and restore over 200,000 acres of rainforest. Come to life at GaiaKey.com/chess.
That's fine. It's fine. Right, there was nothing I could do. It was, oh god.
1, 2, 3. Keep it going now.
I think we are about to start.
Yeah,
Tubbo
not even.
has been in the middle of a practice game with his friend Sapnap. It's great to see that Tubbo is getting his last minute prep in with his good friend Sapnap. Oh, maybe they're ready for the next game. No, that's, I think, on Tubbo's screen already the right game against his opponent, Rainn Wilson.
Here we go. Rainn's got a bit of a deceiving 703 there. That I think he's literally only ever played 2 games. And Rainn starts with exactly what we thought he was going to play. Okay, very good. Now probably g6 or knight f6.
Yeah. And just to explain, in case you didn't know, the rating that Levi was talking about, Rainn hasn't been using this Chess.com account for any other games, but the one game against the world champion, Magnus Carlsen, and the last 3 games in PogChamps. He's stepping into a similar pattern that you showed in the Magnus game, the capture on f7, but Tubbo is playing so fast, he didn't see it.
It's still there. He has bishop f7. That's why you always need to look for checks. This bishop is unguarded, and you can move the knight with a check to then pick up the bishop. So Tubbo has got, and again, 3 moves straight.
He's
3
vibing
moves.
to the music, but he's missing out on a big opportunity.
Oh, and now the other bishop is
That
going
was
to come
probably
on
just a
in.
throwaway
Oh
move.
my-
That's probably a bad move. Whatever.
No, it's not whatever. Tubbo.
Whatever.
What is this
That's
on the
alright.
screen? What is
Oh
this?
my god, chat, you're lagging out
I
my
hope it's
OBS.
not how
Don't
he
crash me,
sees
my
his
fellow
chessboard.
gamers. Guys, I'm just dreading,
Wow.
I'm dreading this so much. I swear
So
this
much
isn't his
support.
account. I swear I saw him at rank 1,300. Yes, like last time.
He did.
That's correct.
Oh, when
That's
he's
correct.
played bishop takes b2, we can't really see it, but
We feel it. The bishop seems to be on b2,
Not off to the
attacking the rook
bestest
on
of
a1.
starts.
Tubbo has no way of saving the
Not
rook.
off to the bestest of starts. That has been made more apparent.
yes, Tubbo's going to move his knight so that he loses at least the rook for the bishop.
It's not that terrible, though, if he realizes that by moving the knight, he will at least capture the bishop, because that dark squared bishop is an important piece when you go for the fianchetto setup, that being this g6 push. So at least the queen on a1 in the corner will be attacking the other rook in the corner too. That could be a dangerous situation. I think Rainn will spot it.
Actually, for Rainn, it might be best not to even take. Like, see the eval. The eval actually preferred maybe going back because Rainn's rook is hanging.
And the only way to prevent it is by placing something on f6 or e5. He pushes pawn to f6. We usually warn our students to try not to move the pawn, but actually it's working out perfectly because Tubbo is hanging his bishop.
No, Tubbo, that's a one-mover, man. Slow down. Is this mating a few moves with something beautiful like rook g8 or queen h3 first?
I like queen
Okay.
h3 first. He pushes d5 to get the rook to the g file.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice, nice. Queen h3, rook g8. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I think
And
that first game against Michelle Anna kind of gave us the strange perception of Rainn's skills. I do estimate his ability around like 1400, if I have to say, which puts him, Saldosh, I mean, there's a lot of those guys who could beat each other. Benji Fishy is he's so good.
You better add Ludwig to the list too, because I think
Ludwig.
he is watching our show right now. Ludwig, number 1 favorite of the tournament.
Last I checked, I think he was doing a chess piece tier list. It was, I mean, to be honest, it was honestly very accurate. He put, I don't know how he managed to, that's the beauty of Ludwig as a creator. You know, there's like how many chess pieces, and he manages to make a tier list of chess pieces exciting. Like,
I know, it's crazy original, the idea, and how can you make content out of something as boring as the chess pieces? And that's said by a chess professional.
Well, Anna, we've made chess interesting and it's chess, you know? Like, at the end of the day, we should also give ourselves a little bit of credit. It really is chess. I mean, think of a game that's not had any improvements for thousands of years except the pawn moving diagonally. Literally, they invented a rule, like, because they were bored. What's next? So...
Chess 2.0 better come out soon, because we are running out of ideas.
Oh, it's bad. I mean, maybe the ability to use, like, if you take a piece for the next move, that piece can act like the piece it just took. I don't know. For maybe only one turn. I'm just saying. Fide?
Will we see checkmate next move, though? New rules or not, it's checkmate on the board with queen to g2.
Well,
Yeah,
okay. Oh god. Okay.
In the meantime,
that's fine. It's fine. Right. There was nothing I could do. It was, oh god.
Game 2 has just started with a very classical opening, the Rui Lopez or Spanish opening, and Tubbo blitzes out bishop to c5.
yeah, rookie 8. I mean, there's also d6. There's queen. Hey, my man.
The aggressive way.
Yeah, it's not perfect because probably white can like take a pawn in the center. But I love it because it opens the position. There's going to be tactics like take. And if you take on e5, what ultimately happens is f2 and e5 tied together via f6 or d4. Yeah, like for instance, even now, like for example, queen d6, knight c6, queen g3 is already looking, or bishop h3 is looking interesting. Just getting all the way over here.
Again, that's a difficult pattern to spot, that you could, in the future, place your queen on g3 because you see the pawn on f2 and you think that pawn sees you on g3. So you don't want to go there. You don't want to bot this gambit. But the bishop on c5 is pinning the f2 pawn, and that's why all those patterns are possible.
And bishop a7 was played to his credit. Now we get knight c6. Tubbo, don't hang your queen.
Yes, I think we have seen enough Bottas gambits today. It would be ideal to move the queen. It's not the same line as we were describing with the bishop on a7. The difference is that now when the queen attacks the c6 knight, that knight will capture the bishop. So it's not just a hanging piece, it can capture the bishop of Tubbo. And
perhaps the most cruel thing is that if you play queen a4, well, that's crazy. He sees it. If knight a7, queen a4, knight c8, the knight will take both bishops. And if rook takes, the knight now has a getaway. Brutal. Chess is brutal. Comes down to one square.
Yeah, what a difference it would have made if that bishop was not going to be hanging. Even in that position, I think it was chaotic because e5 is a pawn fork and all that stuff. But yes, the two knights being on the same diagonal, this X-ray attack. I wonder if after knight takes a7, which is very likely, I think Rainn will spot that now the knight is in trouble on c6 and he has to move it with a capture. He has to make a forcing move to not lose the a4 knight. But after knight takes a7, will we see queen takes a4 and trying to claim that the knight on a7 has no way back?
Maybe it's much more likely that he just takes back on a7. It's like a snap. It's right in his face. He doesn't have to think about it. Well, we're about to end. Well, there you go.
You're right. And the knight had another capture. Funnily enough, Rainn is getting out of these patterns because after queen takes a4, the knight could have captured the other bishop on the back rank.
Yes, so queen takes would have led to knight c8. Now Rainn either has to defend his knight, okay, very good, or jump it around from c5 to d3. Oh, Tubbo
takes on e4, which was a free pawn, but it comes with a price. The price is the e file, the pin, and the knight can be won by a pawn push, a simple pawn push.
Yeah, he's not realizing that it's not about the queen ultimately. It's the knight, right? So.
And the knight
Chat, I don't have a plan.
Captured.
I don't have a strategy. I don't have anything.
Aww.
What do I do here?
That's not a bad move, bringing the rook to the semi-open fight, attacking the pawn on e4.
What is my thing? I need a thing. Someone come up with a thing for me.
Rainn has protected the e4 pawn and is ready to develop his bishop. Queen g6 is a good idea, pinning the g2 pawn and threatening bishop takes h3.
Yeah, actually, seriously. Tubbo with the debate of the but Queen F.
Queen f3 guards the
Rainn
pawn.
Rainn sharp. You know, he moves his queen, I move my queen, and then I'm gonna get my bishop out this way. Yeah,
But that idea, you could still try to get that idea in if you bring the rook to the attack. Rook e5 is on the board and the potential rook lift.
yeah. Tubbo's saying I don't have a plan, and then just rattling off a couple of gangster moves. Look at that.
That really is a gangster move, and the rook is heading toward h5. Will he guard the pawn now? It's hanging the pawn on d4. Or just go all in with rook h5.
Anything can happen with this time. Please don't go rook e7. Tubbo, Tubbo, Tubbo. Don't go here. Don't go here. Ah, I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Rook c7 and rook d7. He now plays bishop to
Oh,
h3.
no.
Oh no. After the queen trade, the rook can eventually be taken on a7.
Oh my gosh.
Just when he almost played his way back into the game with material down.
Tubbo's
Bishop
going for
e2.
stalemate. That's what
Yeah, I
Tubbo
was
wants.
gonna say that's the final chance, the final hope that you run out of legal moves.
But he might. I mean, but it doesn't even matter because Rainn actually wins regardless.
Oh, his community is spamming the well played emote.
It was
That's
well played.
awesome.
Listen, I'm gonna let him
It
know.
really was a good fight.
I'm gonna let him know that was a good game. And he's gonna come in here and he's gonna be all, oh, he killed me and this and that. And now confidence is everything, as we've seen time and time again. Michelle had that. She was like hard on herself. She was like, I already messed up, and she hadn't messed up.
It does feel like the psychological side is getting to the participants too, as it happens oftentimes with chess. I always say it should not be overlooked that you probably think you're lost before you actually are lost. So it's something to bear in mind, that if you think that you already messed up, look again, because perhaps it's not true that you have messed up, and by thinking you have messed up, you will indeed show it on the board that now you are screwed.
And after rook f2, there was only one move, and I think Tubbo's just having the solemn moment. He's about to play a move, and he's about to get checkmated. Rook f7 is mate in one. He did the same thing. I have faith that he'll make a move in the next 10 seconds. He did the same thing versus Logic. He sat there for a while. He wallowed, and there you go. King h7 on the board. Here comes rook f7 from Rainn Wilson.
And that's a checkmate on the board. Queen f8 would have been stalemate. This is checkmate. And what a match this has been. And almost come back by Tubbo.
Rainn, you were telling Tubbo right before we went live, you felt under pressure in that second game. You felt
he had me on the ropes in that second game. I mean, I was a pawn or two up, but he played so aggressive, and he just kept coming and just bringing pieces, and I was really like nervous. I was he was throwing the kitchen sink at my king side there, and it was nerve-wracking. He's got such a natural aggressive chess instinct. He's the killer.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna go a step further, Anna. You and I spoke. Obviously, you guys can't hear us during the commentary. This is what I was gonna say. I know Rainn won the match. Tubbo, that was the best attacking plan I've seen in this tournament. So, what you need to do is stop Googling openings 2 minutes before your game.
I was just clicking the next arrow as fast as possible, trying to memorize as many as I could.
For upcoming matchups, Rainn, you're taking on maybe the other kind of big dog in the group, and that's Logic. Have you visualized how that's gonna go? You're gonna assert dominance there, win the group. How are we feeling?
Well, I'm certainly going to try and win the group. But yeah, I haven't seen Logic's games. I understand he's pretty good and a super solid player. And, this is really nerve-wracking, this whole experience. Like, I was talking to a friend about it. It's like, even when I go on like Chess.com and I'm just like playing a stranger, like sometimes I get like that kind of adrenaline of like, oh, screw up. But then you know, like tens of thousands of people are watching you, like they're watching my, and then you make a dumb move and you're like, wow, 67,000 people watched me do that dumb move, and I could have taken that piece right there, you know, and so it really messes with you. But I hear Logic's great, and I'm gonna have to look at some of his games, and hopefully if Danny's available to give me some coaching in the next day or two, get honed up. Tubbo, my son is 16. He loves your videos, man.
Oh, thank you.
He's a big fan. He's like, oh my God, you're gonna play Tubbo.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
And I think there's a music connection too, because both of you, I think, have a nice collection of instruments. Tubbo, can you show some of the instruments behind you?
I do.
I
My
think you have-
favorite instrument it is the steel pan or drum. Sorry. This is my one.
Oh, nice.
I think it's a bit.
I bought
out
it
of
purely so I can do
frame.
the start of Under the Sea.
Oh.
That is the whole reason I have this.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much for showing it. And Rainn, I think you have another instrument nearby you,
Oh,
if
yeah,
I recall it
Rainn-
well
I got
from
my
the
bassoon
interview.
right there.
Amazing.
The bassoon. I've got a little guitar down there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
A few
guitar.
others around.
Anna, have you played instruments?
I'm trying, but I feel like a very much not talented person in the company of these gentlemen.
I've played a few instruments over my life, and now, you know, like a good chess player, I play nothing. I just play chess, and that is what I do. But
The
I've,
board is
that
your
truth?
instrument.
there you go. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Gentlemen, thank you. Those were fantastic games. We go back to the drawing board. You both have matchups coming up, so we wish you all the best in those future matchups. And Tubbo, thanks for staying up late once again to play
No
some chess.
worries. Yeah,
We'll see you. We'll see you when we see you in a couple days.
appreciate it. Thank you for having me, you
Good luck
guys.
for the
I'll catch
next
you later.
matches.
Bye.